People Mambo.
CCLTV, votre cœur désire la victoire. Ne laissez pas le jeu vous jouer. Gardez le contrôle. Pariez responsable. CCLTV, votre cœur désire la victoire.
Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, different kinds of followers and fans of CCL TV. I thank you so much for watching, and I am so excited to be over here. What a beautiful day it is. So I am so glad to share this atmosphere with thousands of followers and fans of CCL TV. I do believe you're doing great. I'm glad to start by telling you a little bit about my own background. I'm Mr. Bondo Jonathan, the showman of this broadcast entitled Lorry Book. As usual, I am not alone today. I am with Mr. Daniel Osembe, my regular guest. Hello, Mr. Daniel.
Hi, Mr. Bondo, everybody watching us.
How are you feeling today?
Not bad, by God's grace. What about you?
Good. You look nice.
Thank you very much. No more than you.
Great. Let's overslot what has been said previously. Mr. Daniel and I, we've been speaking about gambling in Thailand. And Mr. Daniel has specified several things over there. So he said line on it by telling people that gambling was established for long over there. But after a time, the government has understood that crime and also religions marry. They decided to shut down every single thing concerning gambling except lorry and horse racing. And also, you have to know, dear followers who are watching us all over the world, especially here in DXC, you have to know that gambling online gambling, especially in Thailand, is till now illegal. So due to that fact that is a religion problem, religion marry, and the government had decided to close every single thing. But people are betting, people are wagering money, people are risking because they want to gain jackpot. But today, we're going to focus on gambling in Indonesia. And Mr. Daniel, our faithful friend, our faithful analyst, he's there all the time. He's going to help us to know more about gambling in Indonesia. Mr. Daniel, could you give out the outline of gambling in Indonesia?
Thank you very much, Mr. Bondo, for the floor.
You're welcome.
First of all, we have to know that Asia is one of the continents where the gambling market is flourishing and lots of good things in the gambling sectors are being carried out.
Good.
By the way, according to a report by PwC, it's an acronym, it stands for PricewaterhouseCoopers.
Okay.
It says that the gambling sector in Asia is skyrocketing in value.
Okay.
It is increasing from $34 billion
$35 billion.
to $80 billion.
Wow.
So it is a market growing and tremendously changing people's life.
Good.
However, the country such as Indonesia,
Okay.
this country has a strict law on gambling.
Okay.
So there is no way to gamble in a legal way.
Okay.
As in the world, Indonesia is the fourth largest country in the world.
Good.
So it is filled with people. The majority of people, it is estimated around 80% of people inside that country are Muslim.
So because they are mostly because no way for them to wager money.
So there is no surprise.
Wow.
Okay, it's not surprising that gambling is banned in the
Wow.
country.
Wow.
But according to the history of the country, the first appearance of gambling in the country is
Yeah.
traced back around the 15th century.
So even before Philippines and Thailand.
Yet it started early in the country in the form of dice and card games.
Okay.
It was like an entertainment for most of people by that time.
Good.
But it's changed because around the 1970s, actually,
Okay.
the government set the Islamic law in the country,
Okay.
and that put a stop to all the different gambling games that could take place in the Indonesian territories.
So
And it's
what about
it's that way.
what about those people? They've been wagering money for long. When now they change the law, did they reclaim or they just let things pass just like this?
There is no way to claim because the majority of the people are religiously Muslims.
Okay.
Okay, so with Muslim people inside the country, you can't start you stand up and starting reclaiming stuff.
Okay. Yeah.
So the majority, you can't stand against the majority. We're living in democracy.
Okay.
As the majority of people are Muslim,
Good.
it is the way it is done. Okay?
Good.
That's why gambling is banned. Although the fact that Indonesia is one of the top tourist destinations
Okay.
with parts of Indonesia such as Bali
Okay.
and Jakarta.
Okay. Jakarta.
Yeah,
Yes.
they are really famous and visited by lots of people around the world. But casino games are not taking place, and there is no way to play freely.
Good.
That's in a nutshell.
Says Mr. Daniel, there is no way to bet freely because Indonesia, gambling is illegal. I'm so surprised to hear that. So talking about online gambling, because you specify things by telling people that in Indonesia, gambling is illegal. What about online gambling?
That's another step. Online gambling is also illegal by the fact that the government has set in place the Sharia legislation
Okay.
that ban and prohibits all different kinds of gambling.
So
including-
all.
including online gambling as well.
Oh my God.
So there is no way to play online gambling. And around 2012,
Okay,
there
2012.
was a problem that took place in the country. And it was reported by Jakarta's Post
Okay.
that most of the people gambled online using platforms internationally based,
Okay.
and they gambled on the Euro 2012 tournaments,
Good.
and lots of money from Indonesian people was going away to those countries, and that made the government wake up and look for ways to change it.
Okay.
And the government started now blocking websites from abroad and those located locally.
Okay.
And they blocked lots of servers situated in their country, first of all, and that made the online sector complicated, and there was no way to gamble in a good way. Otherwise, better you're going to get arrested,
Okay.
or you use VPN as we talked about
That previously.
previously.
Okay.
So that's the case.
So I am so astonished by seeing the fact that Indonesian people, they haven't understood something. So why not the government can work together with operators and also increase the economic growth as we talked about Philippines and other. So it's thanks to gambling that they increase the economic growth. Why not in that case they also change their mind and also work together with them?
It is the fact that religion is really gaining ground in the country.
Okay.
So as it is their constitution, okay,
Yeah.
it is based on the religious law that bans most of activities related to leisure,
Okay.
alcohol, gambling.